Angry guy here, and women are furious. Men leaving as password bros are not coming back. Women are furious. Men leaving as password bros are not coming back. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
Here's what I learned being a passport bro.
Being a single American guy in South America, I sometimes post stuff like that, or this, and my comments get crazy. People get fucking mad. I've been traveling through South America for over a year, and here are the three main takeaways. First thing, and this is funny, you're exotic. You're exotic. I know it sounds crazy. You have an accent. The American accent is kind of trash, to be honest. But the fact that you have one, I think, peppers your words and gives everything you say a little bit of weight, a little bit of spice. It makes it more exciting. The second thing, and this is really important on dates, people love showing off their country and love showing you things that they love. It's like back when you were a kid, you found out one of your friends never saw Space Jam and you were like, oh my God. And then you got to be excited watching them watch it. And that happens a lot on dates. It plays into the excitement and keeps things light and keeps things fun. Finally, number 3. And this is one that most of the comments are about. There is a stereotype or stigma around Americans being rich, which is kind of true because our currency is like the global currency. So if you make $60,000 a year, you can live like you make $120,000 a year pretty comfortably. But experiences and the things money can provide makes a huge difference in dating. Watch The Tinder Swindler, and it'll explain it all.
I mean, guys, that's really what it is. You look at the situation, you look at the world around us, and you realize that this is why guys are just walking away because the quality of life is just so much better in other places. I mean, guys, just look at this. Look at the quality of life overseas. Look at how beautiful this woman is. She's there making food, all right? So humble, so beautiful, and and this is Laos. And this look at the humility, look at the absolute humility, and this is something that we just don't find in Western society, in Western cultures, in the Western world. you know it's sad to say that. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to never miss another video again, and like the video because it tells YouTube that you enjoy the content and you want to see more of it, so YouTube will show you more of it. But I just wanted to share this with you so that modern men can basically see what what people are dealing with, like what the rest of the world is like. And it's unfortunate, but the truth is that when you hear Western women talking about, women overseas, they talk about the passport bros, they talk about women who live in other countries. They basically say that these women are poor, they're uneducated, they don't speak English. They say that the passport bros are dusty. These are the men that were unwanted and that were sent away. And yet they are very furious. They are very furious when these men walk away from society. They're furious when these men say, "Okay, well, if you don't want me, I'm going to go and do my own thing somewhere else, and then I'm going to go overseas, and I'm not going to come back." They get absolutely angry. They're so they're tormented by it. And the reason why is because, well, first off, let me just say what they're saying is that, instead of you working on yourself and getting your money up so that you can meet our needs, you're going overseas to go and take advantage of someone. And that's not true. You know, this is absolutely untrue. The average woman today doesn't, a guy with $100,000, that's not enough money for her. That's a broke boy. Women literally call men that make $100,000 a year a broke boy. $100,000 is a broke boy. Aiden Ross, Aiden Ross made a statement where he thought the average American salary was $100,000 a year. And that's the mentality that a lot of people have. That a lot of people who are wealthy have today. That can't, and a lot of women have that same mentality because they've lived life on easy mode. They think $100,000 is nothing. That's like McDonald's money to them, even if they work at McDonald's. Like it's that crazy. You have women who work at McDonald's and they think that, and they make $30,000 a year, but they think that a guy making $100,000 a year is a broke boy because they might make $30,000 a year, but that's just spending money for them. Because you have to understand, these women, a lot of these women, they're not paying for rent, they're not paying for food, they're not paying for entertainment, for travel, for any of that. They're not paying for nothing. They have someone else that's paying for all of that. All right? So why do they work at McDonald's? That's just extra money for them. Every dime that they make, all of that, they can use every dime of that to go and buy a $1,000 purse, to go and hang out at the spa all day long, because they don't have any other responsibilities. Someone else is taking care of everything else for them. Everything else for them. So that money that they make, that's just extra. That's just extra. And it's sad for a lot of young men that don't realize that 20-something-year-old girl, if you're a 20-year-old man, that 20-year-old girl, she wants to have nothing to do with you. Unless you're a Chad, she doesn't want to have anything to do with you. She would never even speak to you. Okay? She will never even speak to you. She doesn't find you attractive. Even if you're a good-looking guy, unless you are a Chad, she will never have anything to do with you because you're a broke boy. You don't have any money at that age. You know? It's the truth. They pointed out something very interesting, that they said that most American men are single right now, and yet most women aren't, which means that women are dating a lot of older men. Not only are they dating older men, but they're also dating the exact same men. Women are dating older men, and they're dating the exact same men. So they're dating men that have resources, and they're dating the exact same men as well. And now they become furious when men are leaving as password bros. You know, women are furious men leaving as password bros are not coming back. They're seeing them leave, and they're seeing the lives that they live overseas, and they're thinking, okay, that should be me. That should be me enjoying these things. That should be me getting that. That's not fair. That should be my life. And I don't feel sorry for them. I'm not here crying for them. I'm not trying to do that whole Captain Save a no-no. And I don't recommend you do that either. I'm just being really honest with you. I'm being so honest with you because so many guys, they like to be Captain Save a no-no. And I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't be that guy. Don't be him. And again, guys, if you're enjoying this content, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, never miss another video again, and like the video because it tells YouTube you're enjoying the content and you want to see more of it, so YouTube will show you more. Guys, you have to wake up and realize that the West, there's nothing left for you here in the West. Nothing left for you here in the West. Got to get up, dust yourself off, dusties, and leave. Get your money up. Learn how to do remote work. Do your research before you travel. Don't be like some of these guys that go overseas and they get trapped over there. They get scammed, they lose everything. Don't be one of those guys. Don't be like those guys. Get your money up, get your resources up, and then leave. And don't come back. Not to stay. Establish yourself over there. All right? Establish yourself. And don't just settle. You are the prize. As soon as you leave America, you are the prize. You're exotic. It's something that a lot of men don't understand. You go to these countries and you are exotic to these people because in their countries, all they see are people that look like them and sound like them. So when you go to these other countries, for example, if an American goes to Mexico or South America or even the Philippines, these people look exotic to them. And in the Western society, in America, for example, people find exotic attractive. Exotic is very, very attractive. It's very, very marketable. The irony is that when you go to these other countries, it's the exact same thing. You are exotic to them. You sound different to them. You look different to them. You look like the people that they see on television, in their television shows. You're also taller, typically taller than the average man. Your finances are substantially greater. You have a greater work ethic. A lot of these guys in these countries, they don't have the same work ethic as you do. They only work as much as they have to afford their drinks so that they can sit back, throw one back, and relax. A lot of these guys have no financial literacy. A lot of the men in these countries, the reason why they're poor is because they don't have financial literacy. They have money and they spend it. They don't know how to manage money. And even though a lot of Americans struggle with financial literacy, people in these countries, they take it to the next level. Like they don't pay, like their first priority is not to pay their bills, to pay for their cell phone. Like for example, in America, we'll say, okay, well, we have to pay our rent, we have to pay our cell phone bill, we have to pay our utilities, we have to put money aside for this and this. They don't think like that. You give them money, they'll spend it all. And then you give them $100,000. All right, you can go over there and you can give a woman $100,000. This is why you have to always manage the money if you're in a relationship with, say, a Filipina or a Latina, or it doesn't matter what country you go to. Okay, you always have to manage the money because you give it to them, they'll spend all of it. They'll just buy all kinds of things, and then they'll go broke. And the situation that they were in before, they'll end up right back into it. They came from poverty and they'll go right back to poverty because you give them $20,000, they'll spend that money in less than 1 month because they do not have money management skills, right? And that's something, ironically, even though a lot of Americans struggle with money management, our money management skills are still vastly better than people overseas. And our work ethic is better as well. Because you might say, oh, that's not true. Some of these people work long hours. They only work as much as they have to, and they work when they choose to work. They work when they choose to work. Guys, that's everything. I mean, I want to know what you guys really think about this. You know what I think? The ladies, they're furious because the guys are leaving and becoming bachelor bros and are not coming back. But I want to hear what you guys actually think about this crazy phenomenon that's happening right now. Hey everyone, I appreciate your support and feedback. If you want to show your gratitude, you can use the super thanks feature to tip me any amount you like. You'll also get a special comment that I can see and reply to. Or you can become a channel member using the join button and get exclusive perks like badges, emojis, live chats, and more. Your support helps me make more videos for you, so thank you and stay tuned for more. Guys, what do you think about this? They're furious that we're walking away, we're leaving, coming back for bros and not coming back. I want to hear your thoughts. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.